Man, what's up? What's up? What's up? This ain't no intro. This comes straight to the point, man. We coming with a whole different theme. I know y'all ain't seen me in a while, man. I just been laying low, taking care of business, doing what I do. But I run this special because we on some grown up time, man. It's 2026. Let's change the narrative, man. Let's change the energy, right? I think this is a productive conversation that need to be had. It's an open panel. Everybody welcome to join in. Tap that like button if you like real conversation and dialogue, because we're gonna have a lot more of that. I don't know the real schedule, maybe like 2, 3 times out the week, but my mindset is like, hey, maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or you can catch me on Saturdays because I do give a seminar between 2 and 4, and we can join that. You know what I'm saying? The nonprofit, you can get your input and be, something bigger in the world if you choose to be. If not, hey man, that's on you. But here I'm having some real dialogue, and I got people joining in. And my first guest coming up is, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Majestic Queen.
All right, that Majestic Queen. And our next guest is, can you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Storm.
And our next guest is, can you introduce yourself? Hello, can you hear us? He
Science.
might. We got technical difficulty with a universal signs. He'll drop in when he can get his volume right. He'll be back. So, look, the topic, ladies, is uh relationships and how we're going to start this conversation off. I just want to put this out here before we even get started. Even the audience, if y'all got questions to pose to anybody on the panel, or you willing to come on the panel, you're more than welcome to join in. The link is in the chat. Tap in, hit that like button, man. And subscribe to this because it's all elevation conversation from this point forward on live streams. And I'm gonna teach you something that you can have. You can teach me something I don't have, and then hey, we can just build together like that. But the conversation today is about men and women and how do we approach relationships. What's the true accounts of this, and how do we really stand in it, and what are we looking for ultimately to be with somebody. So my first question to the ladies on the panel, and until the gentleman comes back. So, ladies, if you don't mind, could you give us your personal requirements for a man to be in your life? It doesn't
Majestic,
matter
you
That's
want to go first?
who wants to.
sure. Sure, I'll touch on this subject lightly, of course, because it's um I don't have a lot of requirements. I'm using that word lightly, requirements, but I would say self-sufficient, responsible. I would like him to be open-minded so that we can grow together. It leaves room to grow when a man is open-minded, and myself. um, and honorable, honest. Those are just some that off top.
Okay, okay. So let me. Would you like to expound on that, Storm?
For the most part, I agree with her. I would be looking for communication, consistency. And that's just the surface, the starting. Of course, I'm looking for loyalty and things of that nature.
I agree with that. The those first two you said, absolutely.
All right, we got Universal Science back on the scene. Like to introduce yourself. We we can't hear you. He's having technical difficulties. So let me ask you this right here. So the requirements that I heard, right? So with
Mhm.
those requirements, what would it take for a guy to approach you for you to understand without him displaying none of this or saying that he has any of these qualities? What do you use in your tactics to you know what I'm saying, to relate and say, hey, okay, this guy may meet my requirements.
Observation,
Can you expound?
listening. Sure. I I'm gonna pay attention and observe everything about him, how he moves, what he says, what he does. And that tells you a lot about a person, the things said and not said. Um, and listening to what he does say, paying attention to how he says it. Words matter.
I
Okay.
would agree, and I would also say, in addition to his words matter, like the words matter, actions speak louder than words. So I'm gonna be looking for, does his words match what I'm actually seeing?
Hmm.
For an example, if you say, "Oh, I just socially drink, I don't drink often," but every time I talk to you, you kind of slizzard or you tipsy, I'm gonna question it. Like that's something that I'm gonna be looking at, like observing.
Okay. So let's go a little deeper into the requirements. Let's start with looks, physical appearance. What are your requirements physically?
I would like him to be able to walk on his own without a wheelchair or walker.
Right. We hope so.
I mean, that would be nice. I mean, it may not happen. You never know, but I mean, I would hope.
I
Um,
definitely look for someone that's clean. Um,
mhm.
you know, well kept. They care about their appearance. Good teeth. I love teeth. Nice smile. Things like that.
Okay. So those things are okay in there. I get that. So let's go to this. So moving on to the next requirement. What would be your requirement for his stability? What would be his requirements there?
Can I ask a question? I would like to hear from Universal Science. Oh, he's off of there. Okay.
Yeah, he's having Wi-Fi difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
he on the move, so it's kind of hard.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, we'll get him up in there.
Um,
Um, Go ahead.
no, no. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
Repeat the question again.
Dang, y'all done got me out there. I'm trying to hit him and let me see what I said. Uh, dang, I forgot that from this. Oh, what are the
Yeah.
requirements to be for us him to have stability in his life? What requirements?
Stability, right.
Yes.
Stability. So, as far as stability, my expectation is definitely for you to have your own place to stay. I would prefer you not to be living with someone else. I would expect for you to have your own residence. Um, Definitely expect for you to have income, stability, like you're working, whatever that looks like, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're on a 9 to 5, whatever that looks like, but consistent income. Um, if you have children, I would expect or would like for you to have a relationship with your children, a healthy relationship with your children, where you're active. I mean, that's just a few things that I can name off the top of my head.
All right. Hold
And
on for a second before you respond. Hey, Universal Science, can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Okay, we can hear you too. All right,
Okay.
cool. So we're gonna backtrack after she answer, so you can give your input. Okay, go ahead, Queen.
I concur with Storm. That's there's no. I don't have any elaboration on that. I concur with Storm. I would like him to be stable
Okay.
in
So we're gonna
all
roll
of
it back
that.
a second. So the question was, Universal Science, what are your requirements when it comes to dating a woman? What does she need to have? What are you looking for?
My requirements for a woman,
Yeah, to date a
the
woman.
the
What?
mere necessities.
Uh-huh.
Uh, my big thing of the qualities of a woman is her personality. I look for personality. I look for charisma. I look for compassion. Um, and of course, her basic necessities. Owning her own car. Consistent income. Some of the qualities that understand me applies to for a man, it applies to a woman also.
Right. Okay. So, far as when you looking at a woman and trying to date her, what are the physical requirements that you look for? You hear me? I think you went in the no
Uh-oh, did we
fly.
lose him?
I think he went in no fly zone. He driving, so it's hard to keep his Wi-Fi. We had to go. Okay, we'll carry on. So that being said, stability. So okay, after stability, now we're looking for. Now we're just gonna get out to the nitty gritty. This way, everybody, just really get ugly at. What do his finances have to look like? What is your requirement that a man must make, and what requirements does he must have for his essential needs? We need them in, and I need you to go detail.
You need me to go detail. Well, I don't have any certain, I wouldn't say requirements for how much money he's making. Like, am I trying? I'm not gonna say, there's a requirement for how much money he's making. I don't want him making minimum wage.
Right.
Again, self-sufficient means that you're self-sufficient, and nobody can live off of minimum wage. You know.
Facts.
Um, but
I
and what was the
apologize.
other part of the question? You said financial stability. What is his requirements
It,
financially?
yeah. Well, like, what does he need to make for us the money wise, and what does he need to have in place? What for as his essentials go?
Um, Transportation, um, living conditions of his own. Um,
Can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean by essentials?
Essentially,
Because we
everything that
already said,
his mental
hmm,
capacity, his emotional capacity, the ability to, saying, to put structure to any part of the relationship that y'all have. You know what I mean? Those are essential things that a man's supposed to have. Being able to
okay,
communication skills, being able to be, have empathy, take a responsibility for his actions, and his misgivings, understand who he is as a man, his faults, I mean, yeah, the list go on and on and on.
well,
oh, okay.
yeah,
I see.
well, Lo, I was asking you to clarify because we were still speaking in reference to like stability or minimum requirements, like what they need. But
Okay.
when you're talking about like just like essentials and things of that nature, absolutely. What is your mental capacity? Like, what is your understanding? Like, do you have a sense of understanding? Can you comprehend like things of that? And that's just minimum because you'll be surprised when you're out here dating and who you run into, and as soon as they open their mouth, it doesn't match up of what you thought it was going to going to be. So, yes, definitely. Can you hold a conversation? Can you follow a conversation? Are you emotionally intelligent? All of those things.
Okay,
Yes.
let's swing back to something you said in that statement. So if he presented himself one way, and then he turns out to be another, what do you do about that? Do you continue on?
Oh, okay. So for me, no, I don't continue on. Now that's a double-edged sword. That's a double-edged sword because most
I
people gonna be
agree.
like, some people gonna be like, well, dang, you don't want to be patient. You don't want to maybe try to show them or teach them, or it just really depends on it depends on the individuals that we're talking about that's in this situation. The reason why I say that is age plays a part. And each person has
Connection.
connection, the attraction, and each person has their breaking point. Like if you're patient enough to sit over there and want to show them or teach them, by all means, I'm not downing you for that. I wish I had the patience, but the older I get, I don't have the patience. Some things I feel like, and
You should
everybody's
already
path is
know.
different, but I feel like by a certain age, I would expect that you would have enough life experiences to kind of know some of these things. That's my expectation. That's not always the reality, but that's my expectation.
That's a good one. That's a great one, actually. What you
So,
say, Queen?
Looks like Universal Science is back.
Yeah, I had
There
a
it is.
phone call. I apologize. I didn't want to be rude. You know what I'm saying, to cut in the conversation. So yeah, somebody
Go ahead.
called my phone. It blanked me all the way out.
They need your input. I'm just the host.
Yeah. I didn't even too much catch the question, man. I came on the back end. I only came in
So
on the how she was expounding
I
on her
asked you,
expectations of a man.
now, the question was, I posed the question. Now we're still talking about requirements
Oh,
financially.
okay.
What are we looking for in the essentials? Do the woman have to have her essentials? And what financially do you want her at? Like, do she got to make a certain amount of money? Like, any of that apply
Oh, okay.
for
So
you?
so in our actual so in our actuality, so it's like the material gain, the possessions. That's what really what qualifies a man or a woman. Is that what you're saying to me?
No, I'm asking you, if you're gonna date a woman, what do her financial got to look like? Do she got to make a certain amount of money every year?
But
You
nah,
don't
in
care.
my opinion, I mean, of course, she have to have some type of consistent income. I mean, ain't nobody more than willing to take care of no grown woman nor no grown man that has an able
Mm.
body. So,
Right.
but money isn't everything. So there is no set standard on the type of income that she has coming in. Uh, Now anything that add on to the income of that male, it's just an addition. It's a bonus. It's an added plus. You know what I mean? It makes life even much more better. Despite if she make more, I make more. I don't think that's kind of like relevant or it should be a major issue on how much money a person should make that will qualify them to be considered a stable person. You see what I'm saying? If you give them a
Right
drill.
on. Right
Can
on.
I
Yeah.
ask
Yeah.
a
Okay.
question? Can I ask him a
Yeah.
question?
Sure.
Universal science.
Yes, ma'am.
Have when you say taking care of a woman,
Hmm.
have you ever been in a situation where you were the only sole provider?
Yeah. See, I always been a great provider. Uh,
Uh,
Me personally, you know what I'm saying. I feel like a man's supposed to sacrifice himself uh, to accommodate um, his woman, his significant other. You know what I mean? If the situation permits it to be that way. Um,
that's,
I never had any qualms on. I'm not too big on a woman taking care of me. I was
hmm
raised different. You know what I'm saying? That if we in
hmm
this together as a team, a partnership type of issue, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
man's nature to provide and take care and nurture the household. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
Yes,
so
I
and,
agree
and
with that.
since she birthed children, um, you know, everything's comes through that woman. So that woman needs to be nurtured properly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Hold up. Let us pose that question to the ladies. Will y'all financially take, or do y'all financially take care of men and provide for him?
Now, if it's a situation to where he falls off at some point and we're together,
Mm-mm-mm.
and he's been doing his part, absolutely. Now,
Hold up now.
there,
Now this a
there
deep question. Let me cut you off right here for a second. My apologies.
okay.
This is a deep question because this is at the beginning. This ain't you already in a relationship. We talking about you see who he is, you sized him up. He ain't got it like that, but you know you can handle it. Would you step up and be like, okay, I got everything. I'm gonna be the provider in this relationship.
Not if we don't already have a relationship. No.
Okay, that's a good answer. Let me hear what she got to say, Storm. Yeah, because this gonna get deep. And I got a good question.
Okay, so this is the beginning, and I'm already seeing that he ain't got it together.
You just met him. We just in
Ooh,
preliminary.
I can only choose one answer.
No, you got. I think you gotta tell us who
Okay,
you
because
are.
you know,
It
well,
ain't
I
no right
because I
wrong
like
answer.
to.
It's who you who are
Here's
you.
the thing. So about me, when you're dealing with storm, I like to look at it from both perspectives. Okay, so it's a yes and a no for me. The reason why is I've been that girl where I can see the potential, right? And so because I see the potential, I feel as though, yeah, this is something I can handle. this is where you are now. This doesn't mean this is where you're going to be in 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years. We can grow from this. But what comes with that? Are you setting yourself up for struggle love? Are you setting yourself up for somebody who's comfortable with living this type of lifestyle and not I can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? I can't raise you. I understand things happen in life. Maybe I need to get to know you. Maybe I need to figure out what happened. Things of that. I mean, there's many variables to what you're asking us. Now, if you just bummy, you look good, you walk the walk, but you ain't talking the talk, and then pockets ain't matching what you saying or what you look. No, I can't. No, I can't.
Mm,
Okay, so
mm.
let's get it like this. Let's look at the variables. You just met the guy. You see that he ain't financially up to par. So you either gonna step up or you're gonna fall back. Right? So that's pretty much what you're saying. I get it. So
I'm
the
a
gist
fall.
of
I'm a
that
fall
is
back.
so the gist of that is this where the question get tricky. So if the women want the man to be a provider, and then if the shoe was on the other foot coming through the door brand new, and you don't want to be a provider, why should the man provide for you? Let me hear from you. Talk to him, I talk back.
Say it one more time.
Well, you
It's
uh, go ahead, sis.
I couldn't hear what he was saying. He said if you
Oh, I'm saying if if you in her stance, right, it's cool. It's
mhm,
either, but I'm saying when women asking a man to be a provider, right, and they're off the rip,
mhm.
this is at the beginning of you getting to know this person. You don't know what's going on, but you didn't recognize that he financially not up to par. But now you can come in and take over the role, and you can be the provider. Okay, so if women choose not to be the provider, but they want to be provided for, why should the man provide for her or any woman if she's not willing to provide for him in that same circumstance?
I think that's self-built. I'm old-fashioned, right? So I think that's self-built in a man, like the same as universal science said. It comes natural to most men, to be that provider and the nourisher. And I mean, of course, we're going to nourish each other and everything, and I'm going to provide something different. But I think it's built in a man. It's not a question for me. If
I
I
don't
meet a
I
man,
don't think that's what he's saying, sis.
oh,
I think what he's asking is like we have these expectations for a man to provide for us and for us not to
right.
take care of a man, right?
That's what I,
But when
yeah.
the shoe is on the other foot, why is it okay that we expect for them to take care of us if we can't
That's
provide
what
for
I'm
ourselves?
right. That's what I'm answering. Is that
Yeah.
I'm old fashioned, right? And old fashioned means the man he provides. I have my role, he has his role. He provides. So
Can
it's
I
not a
add?
question.
Can I add on if I may?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
okay, okay. Let's say for instance, you meet a gentleman,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Just by your examination from the outside looking in, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
You can actually
Uh-huh.
just can tell. I'm quite sure that everybody's a good judge of character. Now, say for instance, this cat, you understand me, don't have the financial stability in which you are requiring, but he can hold a great conversation. He can make you laugh. He can provide for you some of the things, you understand me, that will substitute from what he's lacking, right? Say for instance, he can hold an intelligent conversation, right?
Hmm.
Say for instance that he's on his way. He just need that extra push. He need that somebody that can encourage him and inspire him. You know what I mean? And maybe you can be that prime example of that inspiration to make him go out here and get it. You understand me? Where he can become that individual in which you're requiring.
So
So
what is
could
his
So
that be a
again, the
possibility?
potential.
let me
Right. Could
ask you
that be a
this.
possibility?
Let me ask you this, universal science. What is
Right.
where is he at right at that moment though? Where is he at right there at that moment that he's able to make me laugh? But where is he at financially? Does he have his own place? Does he have his own car? Is he working? Is he going to school? Where is he at?
Well,
Hold up. Before you answer that, I already gave you the context of that. Is he in the same position you in when he met you? So wherever you at in your life, that's where he at in his life.
Oh well, we
Hmm.
rocking and
Okay,
rolling.
before you answer though, before y'all answer, We got another guest on the panel. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Salute to the panel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Real. I'm
Hey, how
Gemini.
you? Hey, well, all right, all right.
Hello,
So
Gemini.
Hey, Gemini.
hold up. What's up now? My boy got tapped in. Scrooge greedy.
What are you
That's
doing,
what's
Ken? What's happening, fam?
chilling. We just chilling, having good dialogue on this grown up
Hey, Greedy.
relationship stuff.
Hey, Greedy.
What's happening? What's
Hey,
Hello.
happening, y'all? How y'all
Universe.
doing?
All right.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, everybody hold up for a minute. I'm a revamp the conversation, but so basically what I'm asking if you meet somebody right now, whatever position they in their life, say they got a house and they got a car, but they finance is not up to par. We all know we make mistakes. None of us are always financially saying intelligent. So things that happen transpire before you doesn't have anything to do with you, but you're in a position where you can take on and be the provider. Why not be the provider if the guy can't be the provider? So why should the men do it? You're saying you're being old fashioned. So my question to that is, here's the question I pose to the women. Who says that's right, and why do we have to do that?
Who says that the man being a provider is right?
Yes.
That's how I was raised. My daddy, moved like that. He raised me like that. He instilled that in me. He told my ex-husband, when we got together, now she's in your pocket. You got it. That's how it was given to me. So
Can we go deeper though? Can we go like where did
yes.
they get it from? Like where did
Can
this
y'all hear me?
derive from? That's what I'm seeking. Where's the origin of that concept?
Even though I think it may veer off of, what we're based on right now, but um history,
I feel like that's from, yeah, I was about
tradition,
to say the
yeah.
beginning of time. Men have always, no, I'm just saying, men have always deemed themselves superior to women. They've always been the hunters, they've always been the providers, they've always been the protectors.
Yeah, we were
So
only allowed to be ourselves in what, the
yeah, we were
60s?
always supposed to just be the ones to nurture the garden, have the children, keep everyone well. Like that was initially our role.
Okay. Any other ladies like to give in input?
No, I agree.
Okay. And the men, any of the guys got input on that? Like, do anybody know the origins? Come on, just speak on it.
I mean, I'll tell you like this. I think the origins come from, like they said, from the beginning of time, when men has always protected the women. Now, I'm gonna speak from my experiences. I've been in a position to where I could run and take care of everything, and then I've been in a position to where my wife had to take care of everything. Like when I was in prison and I first got out of prison, the first 10 years I was out of prison, my wife took care of everything because I was having issues finding a job, and felonies and stuff like that. So my wife picked up the slack and she held it down. But now, I'm back in a position where I can do everything, so I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's really like an honor to be able to take care of a woman because the way that women is nowadays, the way they wired up, a lot of these women is independent. They got a lot of masculinity into them, so they all like to take the head of the household. But when you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
when you run across a woman who don't mind being submissive and mind being a woman and understanding that when her man need her back, she has his back. When she know when it's time to slide back, she slide back and let him be a man. And I just so happen to be blessed with that type of woman. So that's why I can understand what's going on. That's why I can speak like that.
Salute.
Mm.
All
Mhm.
right.
What's
So
up, science? Universal science? What your input is?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with the brother right there, man. Not only just him, I agree with the sister that understand me that gave her rebuttal to the question. That's just the natural nature of a man, homie. We always, we've been. It's our natural nature to become dominant. So therefore, since that position was handed off to us, that's the role in which we need to play. Now, of course, there's mishaps in life that reduces a man, but yet still he's still a man. So yeah, I mean, that's just universal law, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the expectations of a woman, how she expect a man to be become king inside of her world, to be a provider, because those are the mere necessities in which I mean, it's in that nature. It's just the nature. It's just natural habitat of a man. You know what I mean? Now, according to the circumstances, the situation that unfolds inside of his life that prohibits him to become that don't necessarily mean that he's reduced as being a man. Like this gentleman said, you know, his wife pick up the slack. You know what I mean? So that's balance right there. Because it's gonna be circumstances in life, you understand, that probably have, you know, them situations do happen. I mean, it happened to me. You know what I mean? To where I was fortunate enough to come in contact with someone, you understand me, that, you know, when I didn't have it, they had it for me. So, you know, that's just the balance. That's just the balance of a man and a woman. You know what I mean?
I think it all got something. It all got something to do with
But
the
necessity of
individual
a man is
people and how they wired up. It's all about the individual people and how they wired up. Some women is wired up to be like this, some women not. Some men are wired up to be like this, some are not. So it just depends on the people that
Right.
you're dealing with on how the situation is going to go. What kind of
true that,
understanding that they
true
can
that, true
remember that
that.
they got from each
Right?
other.
I
You feel me?
You know what?
100% agree. You know what I mean? So that's why
Agreed.
you know, it's like playing dominoes. Sometimes you got to pick the poison which you choose to play with. You know what I mean? However,
Yeah.
when you
Jimmy
have a
had
significant
something to
other,
say.
see, you have a significant other, meaning that you and your significant other has been going through trials and errors for however many uh years that y'all been going through
20
trials and
years.
error. So
20
this, so the,
years.
so the 20 years. That's
20
admirable.
years.
That's admirable. And within that 20-year
Jesus.
period of time, you know what I mean, I'm quite sure that
20 years. That's a long time.
that right there, y'all nurtured each other. Y'all grew. You know what I'm saying? So you have a unique understanding about your woman, and your woman has a unique understanding about you.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
land it right there. Let's hear what Gemini had to say. The women got an input to this.
Oh, I was just stating when he made the comment, the statement that
We can't
certain
hear her.
people are white.
Okay, you got to talk up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, let me see something.
Am I louder?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I'm gonna turn your mic up some. I got it. There you go. Go ahead.
Am I louder?
Yeah, I turned you
Hmm.
up.
Okay. I was saying that I disagree when he made the statement about being wired. Some people are wired, some people are not. I believe we all been in a position where we had to struggle, make ends meet, do anything by necessary so we can survive out here. I feel that's the same in a relationship. It has nothing to do with if you're wired or not. It's a choice that we make.
Okay. So so let me give my input. I'm gonna give a real brief synopsis to this. Y'all said since the beginning of time. So we're gonna go back to the beginning of time. Let's tap into the we're gonna use the Bible, right? And the stories from the Bible. I mean that's universal for everybody. Who got the knowledge from the angels? Do anybody know that answer?
Adam.
Nah, who I said who got the knowledge from the angels though?
Ah, you got me thinking. Hold on. I know this answer. Uh, okay, well, hold on. Give me a hint. What part of the Bible was you talking about, bro?
The
Because the angel
beginning.
delivered a lot of messages to a lot of people. So what
Okay,
part
I'm
is you
gonna
talking
break
about?
it down. I'm gonna break it down. The angels came and gave the woman the knowledge,
Sure
told them how
did.
to heal, how
So
to
sure
get
did.
clothes, how to make weapons, and how to form everything. Everything came through the woman. The woman
Yep.
is the supreme thing of every that past life. If you look at nature, we're gonna use lions. We can use any animal. The lionesses, they do the hunting.
You do the
They
honey. Yep.
and they do
Yep.
and that's it. The male lion doesn't do anything but protect them
Protect
from
them.
another lion that's trying to take those female lions from him,
Yeah,
or he protect them from.
the lion wants the lioness
Okay,
back.
hold
And
on.
everything that she do, all he
Okay,
do is back her up.
so, okay, hold on. So let me break it down. I'm gonna let you get on it. So he protects them from enemies or whatever that's gonna try to harm them. If you look at ants, what's an ant? It ain't a king ant, it's a queen ant. You look at bees, it ain't a king bee, it's a queen bee. You look at anything in nature, it's always going to be the female that does all the fundamental things. The male is only there to protect and to provide grow the cub, to grow the tribe, or you know what I'm saying, or the herd, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, the pack, whatever you want to call them. So everything that we talking about that started from the origin that with a man, we've been told that hey, this is what it is. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I'm not saying I got this is it. What I'm saying, but I'm just saying we have to look at the reality of what we see every day into the universe. The universe is going to give us all the answers. All we got to do is open our minds, not our eyes. Once we open our minds and we see with our mind what we actually looking at in reality, we'll know our true position of how to play the card. Because there's no way, everybody on this should be able to agree, and I'm going to land right here. There's nothing that a man can outsource a woman on, because a man can't get in positions a woman can get in simply because she's a woman.
I might have to agree with you, brother, because you know I study my yacht. As me studying my yacht, that teaches me that the black woman is God anyway. So I'm gonna rock with that.
I'm gonna be neutral on that.
Oh, now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna agree with it, but
I'm gonna
you know,
rock
I'm
with that.
neutral.
Okay, so watch this. If you don't agree with it, let me enlighten you. I'm gonna put the reality to you. You
No,
have
no, it's
children. Okay? No, listen, just listen to this. You can't, like, do you have children?
yes,
Me? Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so I'm gonna just ask this question. Just think about this. When you had your child coming out the womb, say you gave the child to the father and you didn't have nothing else to do with it, and it was just you and the father out in the wilderness somewhere. Do you think that man is capable of nurturing and providing for that child like you would?
Like
yeah,
I
no.
would. Men and women are not the same. He can't breastfeed. I can, so he's gonna have to find a substitute nourishment. So off top, it's not gonna be the same.
So you think that man can teach that child what you teach him?
If he knows what I know, but if he doesn't, then he can't. Right?
That's not a woman.
That's
So he
all I'm
can't
saying.
know what you
I'm not.
For some odd reason, I can't hear her
I'm.
at all. I
oh,
don't mean to cut her
Oh,
off.
you can't. Okay, let me raise my volume up. Is that
I can hear
better?
you. Yeah.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah. So I'm not agreeing because I don't think it's a definite answer. I
So you
say
think a man
neutral.
can have a baby?
I'm sorry.
You think a man can have a baby?
Uh,
No, of course not. I said it's not a
Okay.
definite answer. I can, and it's not definite because I can breastfeed and he can't, right? But he can still feed the child.
But he don't know
Nope.
how to raise a child.
Why?
That's
Why wouldn't he? If I never had a baby, who says I automatically know how to raise a child?
did you raise your kids? Nobody told you.
Nah, no. Everything is trial and error.
But
And
nobody
at
told.
Exactly.
first,
But that's already in you already. You born with that.
right? Let's just agree to disagree.
How can you? Okay,
So you don't. So I
I
have a question.
digress.
Wait,
I
because you
digress.
said we were born with that. So men are not. Are you saying men are not born with some type of intuition as far as being a father or a parent, like nurturing to their children?
We're
So
not
so
born
y'all just
with
go. So y'all just go into parenthood completely blind.
this. This what I'm saying. Look at the attributes of a woman and the attributes of a man. They're not the same. We're not wired up the same. I don't have nurturing in me. You do. That's why y'all raise the children. That's why y'all teach the children. That's why everything go through the woman. Everything that we get, even the conversation we having right now, that my knowledge and what I'm talking about came from a woman. Who's my first love? My mama.
My
Who the first
mama.
taught me how to deal with women? My mama.
My
Who
mama.
taught me how to do my ABCs? My mama.
My
Who
mama.
fed me? My mama. Who bathed me? My mama.
My
See,
mama.
the daddy at, even though he there right there every single day, he has nothing to give to child. That's why they tell us, think about this. Why do you think they call it Mother Earth, Mother Nature? Mother Nature. Y'all, this is what y'all have. Y'all
I
have
I get I get what you're saying,
okay, so hold on, let me
but the
land.
ability, but
Let me land quick.
okay.
Let me say it right quick. So we can hear you clearly. So when a woman, she's born with nurturing, she's born with insight, she's born with intuition, she's born with the ability to know what to do with this child naturally. Her body is equipped to provide for this child naturally. Everything with you, within you, that child bore all of that. That's why y'all have duality, and women can be masculine and feminine. But your feminine and your sexuality and your nurturing ability is stronger than any man. But if you've been told the opposite, you're gonna dumb that down and it's gonna be weak. And then we're gonna be providing for the man, and they're looking for all the resources in the man when all the resources came through the woman. I land.
All right. I was look. My mom and dad was together for a long time, and they got a divorce, right? So when they got the divorce, I went with my dad. My other brothers and sisters went with my mama. When I was with my mama, I learned about nurturing, loving, hugging, and all that. When I was with my pops, it was straight up masculine energy everywhere. There was, yeah, I became a man at 14. In my father's eyes, I was 14. I was a man. He treated me like a man. He gave me manly duties to do. He talked to me as a man. He treated me as a man. He punished me as a man. He rewarded me as a man. So when I was with my mama, it was a different kind of thing because it was more with, because he was, I don't want to say it's because of emotions, but the feminine energy that a woman has is more like, it's more personal with the things that they do. When they punish you, it's more personal. When they congratulate you, it's more personal. When they condemn you, you know what I'm saying? Versus like with a man, it's just like, here, this is what it is, take it. A woman will get into a point where she even try to break it down and make you understand why they act the way they is, versus a man that just say, man, this is what it is, and you understand or you don't. So it's just like, it's different. And like I said, I just seen both sides of the church. I think with my mom and my daddy. My mom was a little bit more, she was more passionate with the things that she did. It was more feeling into it. Versus my daddy, like, here it is, deal with it or not. And basically, that's not in a man's nature. A man's nature, we go out here and conquer and build stuff and tear stuff down and build it back up and explore and find stuff. But it wasn't nurturing that was put into us. We get that, we learn that from the women that's in our life. But that's not built into us like that. We learn it. It's a learned thing.
Anybody else want to elaborate before we move on to the next topic?
Well, in my opinion, bro, that's actually inside of a man also, bro. It's in a man's nature. He has X and Y chromosomes, meaning that a man has a masculine side as well as a feminine side. No, we're gonna break down the science, the quintessence of it. I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like you read from two different manuals, and you just being the receptor. You receive this type of energy because it's already in you. You know what I'm saying? Your mother appealed to your feminine side. That's why you're a little bit more compassionate. That's why you're a little bit more loving. That's why you're a little bit more understanding. Your masculine side appealed to your father. That's why you can become overly aggressive. This is the reason why you utilize your supreme intelligence, because he taught you the art of survival. So you're reading from two manuals. That's the mayat. That's the balance. You understand me, of a man? You know what I'm saying? Whereas opposed to a woman, she has two X chromosomes. She only exemplifies and exploits her feminine side. Now, a woman has alert behavior, which is the masculine side. When you have a woman out of her essence, you know what I mean? This is when she become overly aggressive. This is the reason why they say the roles in today's time has been reversed, where a woman wears the drawers and a man wearing the panties. You know what I'm saying? See, because that's alert behavior for her. That is not her natural nature. Why? Because
Yeah, I
she's
totally.
100% feminine.
Hmm.
That's a
I
woman's natural
totally
nature,
agree.
is 100% feminine. Now, it's like the sun and the moon. The sun dishes out light, and the moon only reflects it. So, if we use those two symbols of a man and a woman, you know what I mean? That's where we know where our knowledge is stored from, which is that man. You know what I mean? He interject, you understand me? The wisdom, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding about life. Not only just that, he injected semen of life inside of a woman. So yes, he's very well nurtured just well as a woman is.
Right on.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
I ain't got no argument with that.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the courting. Uh-oh. Hold on.
And again, neighborhood real, your thesis on them animals, I agree, but I do disagree at the same time, brother. Yeah. We can say about the lioness, being a hunter. Um, but I mean, they're just, I mean, a woman's a hunter at the same time. You understand me? Especially when she have something to hunt for, which is her children. And she also hunt for her man at the same time. When that woman, you understand me, is doing her due diligence, she's sitting over that stove, and she cooking them good healthy meals. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you just can't now. And the difference between us and animals is that we utilize our supreme intelligence. An animal only have natural instincts. It is conditioned to act out its nature. You know what I mean? We have discernment. We can distinguish the difference between the two. We have a choice to discern if we want to exemplify either or, and
Right.
and that's even inside of a relationship. You know what I mean? When some things get out of context, you understand me? Your male figure come out, your masculinity side come out. You understand me? Let you know who's king. It's all about respect. When certain situations get difficult for that man, that woman's gonna nurture him. She's gonna show him that, hey man, look at it from this perspective. You understand me? Everything don't need an aggressive approach to it. All
Ooh.
situations aren't resolved the same. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a balance in everything in life. I think we have forgotten that. We haven't tapped into the balance of life. That's why we're having so many complications. That's why women have these books and these standards. You understand me, for these men, right? You understand me?
I
As
agree.
opposed to a man, he can take a woman. You understand me? To have mere nothing and make her out the most beautiful queen ever. Someone said once, long time ago, that you can't make a hoe out of a housewife. I beg to differ, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about mind state. It's
Yep.
all about perspective. You understand me? You line up in that special one, that transition, that caused the 360-degree rotation inside of her brain, to where now she's tapping into her natural nature. Now she can become the woman that she needs to be. I've seen it countless of times. I'm quite sure you and I both have, neighborhood real. We done seen, even in religion. I'm gonna utilize the minister Farrakhan, when he take the stone from the earth and made him out to
Oh,
be a specimen.
you on to something, you
So
on to P.
the possibility is there. It's there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that's why I ain't even with the standard quote, because that's just, in my opinion, I ain't gonna say it's BS. You know what I mean? I believe a lot of times we make our decisions, and we put standards on people out of our own traumas. We had some bad experiences. We probably didn't help the woman that didn't want to help herself. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we vowed to never do that again. A woman lining to provide for a man, everything underneath the sun other than respect her. So yeah, yeah, I think it's the trauma is what's called, okay, well now this one I'm gonna start doing. If I don't find these qualities in the man, he's not the man for me. You know what I
Oh,
mean? But there's no perfect picture. There's no perfect picture. You understand me? So hey man, we're striving for perfection, but we're far from being perfect.
All right,
I
let him
feel.
land
So
right
you have
there.
to understand.
Hold up, let it land
Even
right
when the
there.
Adam and Eve, since we utilize the Bible quotes, you understand me? Adam fell 7 levels below himself. So now we're trying to ascend 7 levels above ourselves. And if you connect the two, you have a square. A square at 93-degree angles, understand me, 360. That means that you have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of your true self. So we're trying to get back into the natural nature of ourselves as being men as well as women. Why? Because the sun, the moon, the stars are occupying the same space, but they're never in competition with one another.
Oh,
Let it land
oh,
right there.
Everything
Let
is
it land right
prescribed to
there.
do its
mm,
Let
duty.
it
The
land.
sun shines in the daytime,
mm,
and when that motherfucker go down, the moon takes over.
mm.
Hey, so look here, we gonna move on to Courtney. That's a good fill out.
So when we when we when,
Hold
when,
on,
when
hold
we
on, hold
Hold
on,
examine the
on,
hold
nature,
hold
on.
when
on.
we examine the
Universal
nature,
sign.
you understand? It's like a
Lord,
study
Hold
book. It's
on,
a
G.
guide.
G.
We
Hold
didn't
on.
heard these quotes saying, well, this is the book of life that everybody's written in it. You know what I mean? I'm not too much of a Bible thumper. I'm really not religious at all. However, I've studied all types of religions from all nationalities and creeds. I understand it. I understand the objective of it. I understand what it's trying to convey to our mind state. Jesus was the best example. He was a perfect man walking on earth, but ain't nobody perfect on this earth. You know what I mean? And so we can debate that all day long. However, it's the examples in which we're missing. He was a great example. Muhammad.
Boy, I'm over here getting fat on this knowledge. I'm eating up.
Yo,
Hello?
can you hear me
I
now?
can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Science?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
can't hear nobody,
He
man.
said he can't hear nobody. You gotta reboot your Bluetooth. Okay, so look, we're gonna move on to courting.
Okay.
So what do y'all feel about how a man should court you? What are the five things that you look for from a man when he's courting
Nadia, I'll let you go.
um, like I said earlier, consistency, taking the initiative. Um, I don't know.
Come on now. We talking real. We talking about real dude getting out here. He pulling up, nigga trying to take you to the grifts. You going for that?
I mean, yeah, I like grits. Hell yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I don't have. When you hear females
Treat
talking
me like
about,
that. Shit, if
yeah,
it's good, and if it's
yeah,
in
when
the
you,
hood, hey, let's go to the hood. I'm not tripping.
yeah, when you hear females talking about, oh, I need to go to this certain place and I need a steak and this, that, and that. No, I'm not. Yeah, that's not me. Now, if I have a particular taste for something that day, then he asks me where I want to go, then I'll tell him. If he already has a place in mind, okay, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So
That's
so
Yeah,
great. That makes
I'm not picky like that. Like I said, I'm looking for a consistency and you taking the initiative. Like just
all
in
right.
conversation and actually listening to what I'm saying and then taking that and, if I
Let's
mention
throw a
in our
monkey wrench in it.
conversation that I enjoy Mexican food,
His background clap over
can you
clapping.
hear me better?
Yeah, I stopped his
Oh yeah.
background. Yeah.
But like if I mention and just in conversation that I enjoy Mexican food, that's like one of my favorites, and you take the initiative to take me to a nice Mexican restaurant or a cool Mexican hood spot, like a little small spot, whatever. Hey, I'm down. Like I like stuff like that.
Okay,
Let's
I'm gonna be
get
right.
to
messy.
know me.
I'm gonna be messy. So at the end of the night, he gonna want some action. What's up?
See,
No.
here you go. See, here you
And
go.
not getting anything, and
I
you can
mean,
lose my number.
I mean, it just
We can be
depend. It just
friends. That's
depends on
it.
how the vibe is flowing. To be honest with you, shit, we all grown. So if we
Okay.
vibing and the connection is there and it leads to that, okay. Um, I'm not fond of nobody that's like just pressured for it though. Like like I don't like that.
Well, let me say that
I
I
done spent a
know.
little cash. Now I want some ass. No, thank you. No, thank you. You could have just gave me the address. I would have got my own tacos.
Okay. So he courting you, right? So how long do you expect to be courted before y'all do a commitment thing?
Hmm. I mean, see, that's tricky. It just depends on the individuals. I mean, it can happen as quick as 24, 48 hours, depending on where y'all are. You see what I'm saying? I mean, but if we're just speaking in general, maybe three to
No, we
six
speaking on
months
what you want,
on what I
how you
want.
see it. Yeah, how you see it going.
I say 3 to 6 months.
Okay. What about you, Queen?
I say no to the sex on the first date. That's not happening. No, yeah, that's gonna be a no for some time. And as far as what was the other? Oh, where the relationship is going, how fast it's gonna move, it's gonna flow. I mean, I'm gonna flow with him. We're gonna let it flow and get to know each other, and whatever happens, happens.
All
I'm not
right.
putting a
So
time
we're gonna,
frame on it.
so we're
Well,
gonna ask
I
you a
have a
few.
question because you said you was gonna let it flow, but it's an absolute no to the first. I mean, how would you know if y'all are vibing or if it's just
Well,
there?
I'm celibate. I've been I've been celibate for some time, so I'm not about to just have sex just because I'm attracted to him. Not even even if I'm sexually attracted to him, I'm not just gonna, I could be sexually attracted to different people. I'm just not gonna do it that easy being celibate.
Oh, okay, girl.
Okay, now. Hey, so let my guy say. Let the guy say Scrooge. So you dating a woman, y'all courting. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's your expectation is in the courting thing from her? Like how you see it going?
I really go by bonds. Like I kind of try to like feel out the energy. But me personally, I really don't be expecting shit on the first day, but to try to figure out what type of person they is. So I just expect them to be what they is.
Okay, okay. Look out, Science, can you hear us? I think he can't hear us.
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm paying more attention to the man and how he moves and just seeing who he is. Am I compatible with him? Are we compatible?
Okay.
I don't
So
really be
let's
looking at
say
what I don't be looking at a woman's what she say out her mouth. I be looking at what her body say to me. Because 9 times out of 10, a woman's body gonna tell you what they thinking, and 9 times out of 10, a woman already know what she wants from the first time she look at you and talk to you. So it's just up to you not to blow the mission.
there you go. That's what I
That's
was finna
it.
say. That's
That's
exactly what I was finna say.
it.
Y'all lying to us. Don't be lying to us. We having real conversation. We grown. You over 40 years old. Ain't no stalling and faking and playing them games. That's what you do when you don't have no experience. We coming
No,
in
Man,
this
I'm
situation with experience. We gotta know really, man. If the energy there is there, that's what it is. Top
right,
to the moon.
but no, that's not. Listen, I one thing I am is I'm very upfront, direct, and very
See, no.
I'm not the normal conversation person. One thing. Now, if I see that you're a bullshitter, right, with your conversations, then I'm not finna even go that deep with mine, right? But I need to see that you're real too. But as far as sex goes, I don't care nothing about that. Ain't me. I don't care how much a connection we have on the first day. No, because that's not set in stone yet, right?
No,
I
you're
need to
not
get to
wrong.
know you. Yeah.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. We just asking. So okay, now we courting and things. So like I'm asking him. So now you courting them, and now what it like? How long does it take for you to get serious? Like, okay, it's time for us to get in a relationship. At what point,
it,
my guy?
it depends on it depends on how we connect. Because sometimes it can take you 6 months. Sometimes it only take you 3 days to know. It depends on the vibe. It's the energy.
Right. Damn, I wish my
I
boy Science could hear us.
done met girls with like, oh yeah, I kicked it with 3, 4 days, and I felt like, yeah, this is what I need to kick it with. Then I done kicked it with some girls for 6, 7 months. And like, why am I wasting my time? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just
Now,
go.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, Scrooge greetings. So when
Yeah.
you say kick it with, right, it's the girl I need to kick it with. Are you looking for somebody to be married to? Or are you looking for just kicking it? Like,
Okay. I gotta break this down in like probably 3 different parts. When I was a young man, I was looking for somebody to kick it with. When I was in my middle age, I was looking for like a long-term relationship. But by the time I got to 29 years old, I was looking for marriage, and I found it.
okay.
So
Let me
yeah.
see. Science, can you hear us? Science, can you hear us? You don't hear us. Okay, so let's move
Science
on
is
to the.
out of there.
I think he need to reboot it. That's all. So that being said, now we done got in a relationship. So okay, I'm gonna ask the ladies this first. So what is your process of bonding with that man? What are the top two things that you need to do to bond with that man? Not what he need to do, what you need to do.
What I need to do to bond with him, I really don't understand what you're asking.
How do you bond with your man?
And we already in a relationship? So we've done some
Yeah.
bonding
Now y'all
already.
decide to be in a relationship. So how you gonna bond with it?
Okay.
Did,
So
did,
we've
did,
done
did,
some
did,
bonding, I assume, already,
We've already bonded. We're in a relationship. So to sustain the bonding, I guess. To
or
I mean,
sustain
you
continue.
the
gotta stay
I would
bonding.
say,
bonded. Just
I would
because you
say
get
Hold on.
bonded,
continue.
don't mean
Don't
you're
let me
gonna
say
stay
that.
bonded. You gotta do what you did. The same thing you did to get bonded is the same way you gotta
Right.
do to keep it bonded.
But check this out. Sometimes people get in a relationship and they don't have a bond. They
Mm.
get in a relationship because they fascinated with each other. One
Mhm.
person like the other more than that person. Sometimes it may be it's other factors coming in. You ain't really bonded with a person yet because you just courted. And yeah, you like them. Now you made a decision to be in a committed relationship. But what is the process to say, okay, let me get down to the nitty gritty of the situation and really lock in with this person.
Mhm.
I'm really trying to lock in with them. So what two things or whatever things you're using to lock that person in for you?
Learn him. Learn him, I would say, if I'm understanding this right.
But
I'm
how do
going
you
to,
learn it? How do
that's,
you learn it? What is the steps you take to learn it?
pay attention to him. Know his moods. Know what he's feeling without telling me, or as much as possible anyway. Know what he likes, what pleases him, what he needs on a day-to-day basis. Support him. All those things that should be done by a woman that a man desires or needs or wants comes into play.
Okay. What you say, Storm?
I mean, I pretty much agree with Majestic. I mean, the only thing that she didn't say is actually having, conversations, but I guess that's to go without to say. But yeah,
We
you
gotta
can
Oh,
say it.
learn
definitely,
him and you can be
definitely that.
observant and you can watch him and you can do all those
Yeah.
things. But, for me personally, I like communication is key for me. I like to have a conversation. I like to be thorough. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
like to
agree.
necessarily guess. So,
Hmm.
just having that conversation, like, even if those are hard conversations, like, how was your day? What's going on? What's your business? This, just keeping that
Absolutely.
line of communication open, building a safe space for him.
Yeah. For me to be um 100% all in, I need that communication. That's why I didn't say it. That's the
Okay,
already.
got you. That's why I
Yeah,
said it's probably to go without saying.
I
Now
need
we
that
gotta
community.
say that because every man not gonna know that.
Mm.
You
So
gotta
I
let
mean,
him know
every
how
man
to.
is not going to know that.
how important is it to y'all ladies to be just as much friends as you are? Just be a best friend just as much as you're being my wife. How does that work? How would y'all stand on that?
That's very important to me.
Mhm.
That's important.
I agree 100%. But
Yeah.
I'm just spouting on communication. Sometimes if we don't convey to a person what the bonding process is for us, everybody not good at communicating. Their communication may be through actions. They
Yep.
communication may be through gifts. Their communication may be none and void. It may not even be there. You know what I mean? So we really got to convey to a person. I just believe in a relationship. If I'm talking to a woman, I got to convey to her that communication is everything to me. Communication and understanding what I'm looking for. First, them the
Mhm.
first things that's gonna bond me with that woman. Because then if we can't communicate and she don't have no understanding, we can't be friends no way. How she gonna be my bestie? How she gonna lock in with me and I can't even talk to you? You don't even
Mm.
have no understanding. You ready to fire off on me every time I say something that you don't like or you
Mm.
don't agree. We
Mm.
if friends, there's nothing that you should be in the disagreement with when I'm
Mm.
having if I'm conveying to you a opinion or how I feel. There should
Hmm.
be no pushback on that because you can't fight that. You can't distort that because it's personal. It's mine. You can't change it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't have that type of understanding, or we don't put that out there to that person. It'll get distorted or misunderstood, and then we'll be in a conflict of not being
Communication, understanding, loyalty, and truth.
right.
That's it. That's what go catch it every time. Let's go lock it in every time.
Look out, signs. We can't hear you. Signs Wi-Fi messed up.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I couldn't hear y'all, man.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Okay. So what you think is most important in the bonding process in the beginning of a relationship?
Communication.
Expound on it,
Yeah,
but not too
communication is
long.
yeah. Yeah, communication is key, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's two words in communication. Common and unity. So,
Mm, mm.
two people to share the same common goals and unification. You understand me? It's always gonna be easy peasy. Now let me ask
All
you
right.
this for the women. Let me ask you for the women.
What's
Say
up?
for instance that we have that I'm trying to communicate with you about a topic or a situation. You know what I mean? I want your perspective, because I highly respect your opinion. So, like, say for instance, there's a conflict between you and I, right? And we're trying to find some type of resolve. Where does the communication start and where does it end for us to have an
Mhm.
understanding about that situation?
That's a good question.
Um, it starts when it starts. The conversation would start where when we are both level headed and can have that conversation, right?
Mm.
Where we can think clearly. It doesn't end until there's a resolution, until it is resolved. It doesn't end.
Okay.
Too many times we will sweep things under the rug, or some people that they don't want to necessarily be combative or go back and forth, so they'll end it with, okay, well, we can agree to disagree. I see we're not going to get anywhere with this, but that doesn't resolve anything. That's still going to be something that's probably going to come back up. So I say it doesn't end until we find a resolution.
What
You
you
know what I'm
say,
saying,
Queen?
Cool?
I would agree about the level headed, but if we on the same wave path, we should stay headed no matter what the situation is, no matter what the disagreement is. We should always there should be no reason for us to get above level headed
Well,
if we're
I'm not.
intertwined.
Well, I'm
Oh
not
no,
saying
no,
when I
let me
say
finish.
that.
I get what
Oh,
you're saying. I get what
I
you're
was about to
saying,
say it doesn't
but
mean that
I'm
they're
just
like in an uproar. Maybe they just need
no,
time
no.
time to process.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, no, I'm not saying nothing against that. I just wanted to expound on that, right? I think that's important and it makes a difference. But also, we for those conversations, we both need to say some things that might make us uncomfortable. Some truth, right? If you're all the way honest about what you're feeling about it, why it makes you feel that way, what exactly made you feel that way without being offended. Anyone being on the defense or the offense should be out of that equation in that conversation,
Right.
right? So that we're understanding, so that neither one of us makes whatever make mistake we made, or and now I know the mistake which I may not have known, right? And so it ends again with a common understanding, solution, and and solution, whatever. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
What you say, Fuse?
Say that again.
I said, what's your input on it?
Shit, man. All I can say is, man, honesty and loyalty, communication and understanding, man. Conversation rule the nation.
Yeah.
Make it clear where you
mhm.
just make it where y'all both can talk. I agree with the sister. Y'all both gotta be able to talk and voice your opinion. You feel me? And don't be biased. You know what I'm saying? If you really love this person, they coming at you from the heart. You know it's from the heart. You should be able to accept it for what it is.
Right.
When you know they genuine.
As a woman, I'm not a man, but as a woman, we feel that when you're holding back, when you're not saying everything that needs to be said, or it's still something else left. Like we feel that. And it leaves something open, right? We may end the conversation with, oh, we have a solution, But no, that might not be the case if I'm feeling that you
Believe
have
it,
a
believe, believe
painful,
it, believe it or not, men have that same feeling too. We know when
yeah.
other shit is being said too. We know too.
Right.
Right
So we
on.
don't want to both be sitting there feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to continue to be a sword throughout the rest of the relationship. I want to clear
Exactly.
that space. Let's clear that
Exactly.
in every, but that should be happening every conversation we have. For
Man,
me, I feel like there should be nothing like not being able to, you should be able to be your full self. I should be able to be my full self
not for
with
self.
you.
It shouldn't be hide. You shouldn't hide nothing. We shouldn't be hiding nothing from each other. Nothing like this.
Nothing.
There should be no secrets at all. You know, I understand
Absolutely.
that completely. Yup.
Right.
This is exactly what
And
it should be.
therefore I know you, you know me, and I'm not gonna be offended by your thoughts because I know who you are by this
Because I
time,
know
you know?
you. I know what it is. Yeah. Yup.
So okay, so that's what's understood. Also, let's go to this. So we building now. So I'm gonna pose this question to
Mhm.
everybody on the panel, right? So we know where we at financially. Y'all, we done already been in this relationship. We discussed financials, credit scores, debts, what each other's goal is ultimately. Now we done got a little deeper in the relationship. We're building toward a future together because we didn't decide that this is it. Ain't nothing else happening. So what do you bring? We know they always say what you bring to the table. I'm not gonna say the table. What are you gonna add to that man or that woman's life that's gonna enhance each other and ultimately both of you guys together to obtain whatever goal it is y'all trying to reach in that building process?
Let me answer
What am
first.
I gonna bring to
Because
the table?
So what are you adding to
What
the
am I
man or
adding
the
to the
woman's
table?
life? Because
Um,
y'all trying to reach a goal. Y'all building together. So y'all didn't discuss
right.
all your financials, all that stuff. We coming to we got a goal we trying to reach. We obtain it. We not breaking up. So we trying to do this. A business, a house, whatever the case. Like, what do you add? What do you can bring to that situation that you can add to that?
As
Already
I
what
bring,
going on.
I bring an example of leadership and an example of knowing when to be a soldier and when to be a general. That's what I bring to the table.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, I will bring to the table the organization, like the resources and yeah, leadership, basically. Now that is one
Okay.
of my flaws. I don't know if I would really know how to be, I'm more of a leader.
Okay. Hey,
mm,
if that's what you add to it,
So
if that's what you add, I mean that's what you add.
that's
There's
what
no,
it is.
yeah.
I know
Queen.
about that leadership, and I'm a Leo, so I was born to lead, but I know how to
I'm a
follow
Leo
too. If
too.
the, if the, if the leader is
Oh,
right, I know how to follow.
Yep,
both
I'm a
Leo.
Leo
No wonder
too.
on the
Both
So
same
that's
both
team.
of
why I
y'all
said
Leos.
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
Leo.
Both
I'm
of
an
y'all
Aquarius.
Leos.
I'm an
I'm an
August Leo.
Aquarius, so I bring me.
That's
Oh
funny.
No.
My
wow,
wife is an
Aquarius.
Aquarius. My wife is an Aquarius.
Oh wow.
So
That's
you
funny.
know,
Yeah,
That's
I
that earth
know.
sign. That's that earth sign, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
It's up in the
ultimate
air
sign. What are
always.
you talking about? That's the
It's
ultimate
always
sign.
up in the air.
that's funny.
Wow.
That's funny.
It's always up in the air with them.
The universe be
It's
on one.
it's up there. I'm talking
Right.
about always up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it moderate on here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
you know,
already.
it's like going to Burger King, man. You just don't order some fries and a soft drink and I get the full meal deal, man. You know what I'm
I
saying? So,
already.
you
Yeah.
gotta bring yourself to the table, man. You know what I'm saying? If you the full
Yeah.
package, man, I mean that's what you have to offer. Uh, I mean that's kind of self-explanatory, man.
Yeah.
Cause everything else gonna understand me follow suit with it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I bring to the table. That's what I bring to the table is me, man. I'm
Okay,
the full
Gemini
package.
pulled up. What you bring to the table, Gemini?
where's Gemini go? What?
Gemini gone. I didn't see nobody
Gemini.
back. Yeah, they burnt. They tapped out. They stayed with
That's two
back.
personalities.
Yeah.
Two of them.
I didn't even see it. So look, so we going with that. We building. Now we building. So the next process is now we got the building. So now we in position. We done accomplish our goals, right? We getting where we need to be, but then we got a hiccup in the game. Something happened. So just y'all can create whatever scenario. Let's just create. I'm gonna create the scenario. He lost his job and it messed up him getting his pension. Now what the play is? What's your position?
Say that one more time.
Okay, we deep in the game, we deep in the relationship, we done build, met our goals, we deep in there, and we catch a hiccup, and we talking about being in position in the relationship. The man or the woman loses their job right before they can get their pension and their retirement. What's your position? What y'all doing?
Well,
Back
number
to the
one,
top I go.
Yeah,
To
you
well,
the
still
number
got
top I
one,
go. To
if
the
we
top
we
I go.
you still gotta hold it down, man.
I'm finna
If the
hold it
situation
down.
if the situation is that in depth, man, it shouldn't be no circumstance nor situation that'll cause that type of divide, or you feeling some type of way, or you feel like just because you out of pocket or lost your position that now it's all the weight is on me. You shouldn't feel like your partner is a burden up under no type of circumstances. So yeah, and we understand that life does keep life and life does happen. You
Life
know what
be
I'm
life.
saying? Yeah, it be life. You understand me? So I don't think you should bail on the first time that there's adversity
Hell
inside your
nah,
situation.
man. That's what I said. That's what I turn into He-Man. I have the power.
Now, most definitely.
Yeah, but
Hey, D,
when you
Go ahead,
when
See,
you
but
Stephen.
then I was taught also, you know what I'm saying, that every situationship. I don't care if it's friendship, relationship, or just ship. You know what I'm saying, need to be tried and tested. So yeah, you understand me? Everything need to be tried and tested. So it's gonna be circumstances in life you're still gonna try and test the fate of that union. You know what I'm
and you
saying? So
and that's the right word is union, because if we deep and we in there and we done got to this one, we married, right?
yeah,
Yup.
yeah, I
yeah,
That
mean
that
it's
part.
a full time commitment,
We're
and it's a
married,
job.
right?
It's a job.
Yup.
It's like working a 9 to 5. You know what I'm
Hey
saying? When you
man,
dealing
hey
with
man,
different
hey
personalities,
man. Hey, check it
different
out.
people.
The baby fall off. It ain't shit. I just gotta put in some overtime. That's all that mean. Another day at the office.
That's it. You know what I mean? When you dealing with different personalities, from all geographical locations, you work through that shit. You know, I mean, I don't mean to curse, but I know you two will trip out it. But yeah, you work through them type of situations. You know what I'm saying? You work through them type of situations. You understand me? So it's all so that union is work. Marriage is work. You know what I mean? It takes consistency. You understand me? You have to be
Absolutely.
consistent on what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It only falls out of place when the inconsistency dies out. You understand? When you start doing something different. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
consistency is key.
what you say, Gemini? Gemini back.
I'm gonna have to catch the next question because I was
Okay.
in and out.
So the question was, y'all already deep in a relationship, and it's far down the line, and the man or the woman lose their job before they can get their retirement or their pension. What's your position?
I have to step up. I myself will have to step up in the relationship, but still allow him to be the man of the house, but still allow him to lead. Not showing no discretion between the two. I'm just stepping in financially to support the family, keep us afloat.
All right, all right. So let's go to another monkey wrench. We 15 years in, right?
Hmm. Okay.
Get a knock at the door one day. The man or the woman got a child we don't know about.
Oh Lord.
What we doing?
Ooh wee.
How old is the
How
child?
old
That's
is
what.
he?
Yeah, we need to know how old the baby is.
Does the age even matter?
It
Bruh.
matters.
Yes.
Okay,
Bruh.
the child is 16.
So a year before we got together or we was official,
I
I'ma
don't know
rock
when y'all
with
got
it.
official.
You
I don't know
said
how long y'all
15
knew each
You
years.
other.
You
said
You
said
said
15
15
years
15
today.
years.
years.
Y'all
So if
been
we're
together. I
saying
said y'all been married 15 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So the child is
So
16 years old.
okay, so a
Ooh,
year before we
the year
became
before.
married.
Yeah.
I'm so with it.
I'm a flow with it. I rock with it.
It's
Expound
crazy.
on
It's
it.
crazy.
Why
It's
you
crazy.
rocking
It's
with it?
crazy. It's
Look,
crazy.
you
You
wasn't
brought this
expecting that
situation
answer.
up. Yeah. Boy,
You wasn't
it's
expecting
crazy.
that.
It's crazy
No,
that
I
you
want
brought
to know
that situation up.
why you rocking with it.
Why am I rocking with it?
Yeah.
It was before our marriage.
Hmm. Good answer.
Oh, so that was good. It was okay
Good. That
while
was
y'all was
good.
dating.
Well, it really just depends on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Okay.
gonna rock with it. We here
Okay.
now. The
All
baby
right.
here. You
All
know, it
right.
could have been again, we're talking about variables. It could be many variables. What if that was a break baby? What if we took a break?
Yeah.
We didn't think it was gonna work or whatever.
Mm.
You
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
slipped up in something, baby
For sure. For
came,
sure.
whatever. Maybe you didn't even know.
Okay.
Maybe we finding out together.
What
Or
about if
maybe I just made a mistake, man. You know
hold
what I
on, hold
mean?
on. No,
That too.
we two-sided. We two-sided with this. Now,
No,
we ain't to do with the men. I want the men to answer. If the woman got a baby, she gave the baby to her mama, didn't want nobody to know.
He gone.
wait.
But we done found out she
Nah.
got a 16-year-old.
He leaving.
Well,
What the men doing?
let me emphasize this, right? Because it's totally different. It's totally different from a woman as opposed to a man. However, I'm rocking out with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, players make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta rock out with it. If you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't help what you can't help what you love, man. If my love is just that deep, man, you know what I mean. I have to accept everything that come with it, the mistakes, the flaws, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start putting conditions on love, it ain't love
It
anymore. You
ain't
know what I
nothing no
mean?
more.
Because
It ain't nothing
there's other it's up under some type of condition. You know what I mean?
no more.
So if
Yep.
I truly love it enough, you understand me? I'm gonna go through hell in order to make it right.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you this
Right
weird.
on.
That's a crazy conversation because I kind of was like in a situation like that where I had a baby before me and my wife got together, but I didn't. It's a weird situation, but my wife accepted my other child at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But
Right
it was
on.
almost similar like that, but it wasn't in the middle of the relationship. It was at the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
That
That's
was
what's
that's another thing that's man. Like I said, they go on top. It ain't nothing like being with somebody that been battle tested and still walk through the fire with a shining armor on. There's something different, bro. There's something
okay.
special about that.
So we're gonna bag it up a little bit. We're gonna bag the relationship up a little bit. We 5 years into the marriage. The fire done gone out, and we ain't liking each other no more. What we doing?
I'm gone. Yeah, I'm starting all over. I'm like R. Kelly. It applies to a man too. When a man
Yeah.
is fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. Point blank. Period.
Oh,
I didn't got so frustrated. I'm overwhelmed with anxiety. I'm taking medicine now. Uh, yeah. It's too many. It's nah. I'm thinking about my health and my peace now. So if you
So here,
disturb me either one, somebody got to go. It ain't gonna be me. That's out of there. I'm sorry. We had some fond memories. We can still be friends though. We can still communicate. We can toast on the phone. We can do all that.
yeah,
my
yeah.
I ain't
God.
gonna hate you for the rest of my life, but yet still living up under the roof with you. No comprende. I don't even understand that.
What y'all doing, ladies? What y'all doing, ladies?
Oh
I,
shit.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, we 5 years in, the fire gone, and we ain't liking each other no more. What we doing?
Yeah.
I got an ex. Yeah, I got an ex.
Huh?
I got an exit left.
Talk to us.
Man.
Why you going left?
Yeah, once that fire run out, cause in essence, man, I don't care if you go to bed upset and mad, man. We always supposed to meet each other in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But when you start sleeping on one side of the bed and you don't want to be touched, when I start sleeping on one side of the bed and when you start snowing, it all of a sudden agitating the shit out of me now, to where I want to say something about it. I'm trying to make a fuss out of it. yeah, man. The thrill is gone, man. It's time to move on. We need to accept the fact that everything that ran its course.
Yeah, what the ladies doing though? We try to see what the ladies gonna do. What y'all doing, ladies?
Um,
Keep it
I
real.
think
I'm gonna try to rekindle the fire if I care enough to, if I love that person.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was wondering somebody was gonna say that. I was gonna keep my
Yeah.
mouth shut. I just wanted to see if somebody else was gonna say it first.
Yeah.
What you doing, Gemini?
so.
I'm going
So
left. I gotta exit because the fire is gone. So if the fire is gone, that means the communication done went downhill. How we coexist has went downhill. That's too much work. It's like starting all over.
Now the
We
fire gone because y'all not attracted to each other no more.
Mm,
That's what the
then
fire is.
it wasn't real in the first
it,
place.
wow.
Okay,
Wow.
goddamn.
Wow.
Don't beat me
That's
up.
another that's another way of looking at it.
It wasn't real
Mm,
in the first place. Either it's real or it's not, right? And if it's real on both sides, and you're dealing with maturity and understanding, and you've had all this conversation that we done talked about throughout this whole conversation, then that ain't gonna happen, right?
right.
Or y'all gonna, or if something feels off, you're gonna work on it together. Instantly, it's not gonna get to the point where we ain't want to touch each other, don't like each other.
Mm,
It's not
mm,
gonna go there.
mm,
But now, if we done got
mm.
together and we've been rocking on some bullshit, something else on another level that we just playing, and we done got married playing, then yeah, I mean, why did I say marriage? Y'all been playing the whole time.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Talk to
Wow.
me. That's what I'm
Wow.
saying.
Whoa.
We outside. We
God
Okay,
outside.
damn.
okay. So we're gonna put a twist on it. We're gonna put a
Mm,
real twist on it. So we 10 years in the relationship. The fire still there. We still like each other. But now we want to explore. We want to expand our horizons on together.
mm.
We want to try some new shit. We want to
Uh,
bring some people in. We want to try
no,
some
no,
new
no,
stuff.
no, no.
What we
No,
doing?
I'm
we
selfish.
don't want to
I
do
don't
that.
serve. I'm selfish and
We
I
don't
don't
want to do
serve.
that.
No, no, no. Ain't nothing coming in my bedroom. But
Yeah,
shit.
we don't want to do that.
Nah, I ain't fucking around like that.
I would do it.
Oh,
Hey,
isn't that sweet, Gemini? I
hey.
wouldn't do it.
Why would you
More
do it,
power,
Gemini?
more power to you. I didn't done that before. I know what type of shit brings and that type of shit. Hell no.
Hmm.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. I done been
Okay.
down
It
that road
bring
a couple
stuff
of
come
times.
with it, right?
Yeah,
I ain't
I
never
done
I
been
did it,
want
down
I
that
but
want to
road.
know why
I done been
Gemini
down that
Gemini
road a
said
couple
she'll
of
do
times.
it.
Nah, nah, nah.
Why Gemini? Why you do it?
I'm glad I got that out of my system before I got married. That was a whole bunch of bullshit. I could have used that energy somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. So why she would do it?
I would do it because
Gemini?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I allow it to happen for the man. I personally wouldn't bring in a man into the situation. And if I would bring him in, I would have to get the clearance from my husband. Like that would have to be a conversation. But if
Ain't no
he
conversation with me. Shit.
hold on, why
Hold on,
but
Scrooge.
why do we take everything to the negative aspect of it? Just because you had a negative experience with it, why is it now a done deal?
No,
What if you would have
it ain't bad for everybody else. I just know it ain't good for me.
because it's negative, right? What if it
Huh?
was what if it turned out good? What if it was a good outcome?
And
Would
then
you
if it was a fifth, I'd be drunk.
would it okay, so I already see pretty much you on that wave. If it's negative, if it has a negative outcome, it's already shut
I
out.
stay away from it.
We don't
I'm not
even
telling nobody else to stay from it, but I do. If I got a negative vibe away from it, goodbye. Stay away from me, demon. I'm out of here.
because Storm
One
said
thing
she
about it,
wouldn't.
it don't take me nothing but one time to touch the skillet and know it's hot for me not to touch it again.
Right. Let her break it down, though. Let her break it down. Let's see what she say.
No, I was about to say, just like Storm say she wouldn't be in agreements with it. And what did you say? I can't see your name up there. Sorry.
Queen.
Queen.
I didn't comment on it. I wouldn't do it if I'm in a real relationship. I don't think he would even want to do it either, you know. But but
But that's not what he opposed. He said y'all open up, y'all are opening up to this. Would you do it? He's saying that the man has come and evidently
Both
introduced this
both
to
both of them have. They both open. They want to explore together.
oh, the man and the woman.
you. Right.
Yes.
Well, if that, I mean, if that's something that they came to a mutual understanding and they want
Now,
to do
not they.
that,
We asking you. What would you
okay,
do?
I'm not
But
doing
you
it.
saying
But
both
you
of
just
them.
said they, but you
Yeah.
said, what you're proposing to us, the
It's a
situation you're
hypothetical. If
proposing is where they're both in agreement to it. I can't
Right.
say me because I'm not in agreement to it. So if we're speaking about two individuals that have came to a mutual understanding and they want to explore and go for it.
Okay.
Absolutely, go for it. If that's something that you guys are both comfortable with and
right,
y'all both want to do it, go for it. I don't think that should be a go. For an example, my man brings this to me and that's not something I'm comfortable with. I don't feel like it should be an automatic green light because that's something he wants, and vice versa. If it's something that the woman wanted and your husband or your man is not comfortable with it, it should not be a green light. I feel like
Okay.
that's where the negative part comes in, that the miscommunication and the jealousy, and now people want to do stuff outside of all three of them or four of them or however many of them it
yeah, it's
is.
not gonna stop. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
feel
gonna
like
stop.
once you
Oh,
and I
okay.
say this
Hold
all
on,
the
hold on, hold on.
time, when you
Let's go
open
to
up that
this.
covenant, you have to
Uh-huh.
understand that you're opening up that covenant for anything to be able to come in or out. Are you
That's
prepared
true.
for
I
that?
agree.
Are you
Mm.
prepared for what's coming out of it?
Oh, so let's use this then. I'm gonna use what you just said. So that covenant, you already done broke it, right?
Yep.
How
Yep.
did I break it?
You broke it when you lost your virginity and didn't stay with that man.
Okay, we're speaking about the covenant that I have with this current man, the
But
husband, the
you
person
can't
that I
have that
married.
covenant with that current man because you broke it at the beginning. And you that way you can't do it twice.
No, no.
See,
Right.
this okay, I said that.
Now
That
we're
Why I brought that
stretching
up?
it.
Let,
No.
let me hit this. You know why I said that? Because a lot of times we misconstrue certain things that's supposed to be governing us, and we do it because we want to make excuse so we can go back and do other things and then try to like we don't want to be that strict on ourselves. We don't like that discipline. As us as human beings, we don't want that discipline like that. Nobody want to have to toe that line. So when we all look at it in a real level, on a universal level with God, whoever you lay with, whether you're a man or a woman, when you lost your virginity, that's where you're supposed to stay at because you just gave that person a part of you that you can't give another human being ever again in life. You would never be able to do that. So that man, so if you go down the line 20 years later and marry somebody, that man ain't got all of you. We just pretending that we giving all ourselves because we don't want to face the fact we didn't want to stick to what was laid out in the law for us. We didn't want to stick to that. We was told the ideal, and so the ideal it's okay to make choices when it's not. They use the free will bill as like, oh, you got free will, you can do what you want to do. If we could do what we want to do, then nobody would be doing nothing. We wouldn't even have these relationships. We wouldn't even have these problems. That's why we got these problems because we got told it's supposed to go like this because you got choices. In a relationship, this is my opinion. In relationships or in certain parts of life, you don't got no choice. Either you doing it or you not. It ain't no in between. You either you're gonna stand on the business of the laws of the universe, or you're gonna disobey them and you're gonna suffer the consequences that go with it. So when we disobey them, this is why we in broken relationships. This is why we be messed up mentally. We struggling for, emotionally. Like we not sound because we refuse to go with the universe. That's
I
real. That's just my
think,
opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just saying that's my opinion.
yeah, I think for me, I'm a universe person. Uh, believe in God, the Bible, part of the Bible. Haven't read the whole thing, but I believe that a person's life and consequences and karma come from mindset and belief. Also involving what other person you dealing with, you can get their karma, from them, whatever you do to them, but it's all mindset and belief.
I agree with that. But then I'm just saying on a deeper level, when we're talking about these relationships and we're building in these relationships, we got to remember that it's a universal law to this, and you can't go from jumping from person to person to person. You know what I'm saying? Situation to situation because it don't fit us or suit us. You know what I'm saying? Because the way we want it to go, that ain't how that work. You know what I mean? It don't
I
work like that.
mean, if that's what you believe, right? That's why I said belief and mindset. Because I personally don't believe that it's gonna, if I fell in love with this man and I'm not with him no more, and I fall in love with this man, I personally don't believe that. Oh, I'm not committed to this man I'm in love with now because of the last man I was in love with. I don't believe that, right? I get what you're saying because universally, who you gave your heart to is supposed to be who is you're still married to them, right? Whether it's on paper or not, right? Then that's how it's supposed to go. But
I mean, not just the heart, but if you lay with a man, this is how powerful a woman is. When a woman allows a man to enter her womb, she giving that man a part of her that's so deep, right? That is not confined to no other man. No other man can have that. He can't even enjoy that from that woman because that covenant with God that he's laid upon that woman has already been broken. It was only for the man that she's supposed to be with, not the man.
mhm,
She made a decision and she said, okay, this is what I've been taught. Because let's remember this. We're talking about God. Some of the things that God told her that laid the law down for us, they distorted it. They changed it so it can fit
I
because they
get
can
what
make
you're
their own
saying.
choice.
Yeah,
Huh?
I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with it. I get what you're saying, and that's not what you're saying. Your opinion is not fit for my opinion. That's all I'm saying. I
Yeah.
understand what you're
No,
saying.
no, it's
Yeah,
not a right or wrong. I'm just
yeah.
saying if we're going by the universal law, we can look around the universe and see that it stands strong every single day, but we ignore it, and because we're saying we get choices. Like sometimes you like okay, look at it like this. And I'm not just talking about relationship, we're talking about anything. You can be in a position and God will send you in a position, put you somewhere, and this is where you supposed to be at. But because we got that ability and been given this knowledge of saying, because we think it's knowledge, but it's really not knowledge. We put in the position where we supposed to be at. God put us here. But because we've been told and taught we can make choices, we'll decide right out of what God blessed us to have. We'll decide ourselves right
Man,
out of.
yeah, I
And
gotta
deep
agree with
down,
that, bro.
we go through some turmoil behind our decision, but then we're steady going to God, asking God and giving all submitting our will to God in order for Him to correct it. But you the one at fault. We don't want to
Hmm.
take that responsibility that God put you where you supposed to been at, but you decided I can make the choices I want to make. I'm gonna go do this. You know what I mean? And then you go through that suffering, and then when you try to get back on that path, it's hard to get back on that path because what's lingering in the front of your mind all the time, you can make a choice, whether it be a man or a woman. We know we can make a decision to fit us and only us. That means we only living for us. We're not living in the divine laws of the universe and God. We're only we living outside of that. I mean, and it's just that go with everything you do in life. You living outside of it. If you're not making, because God gonna put you somewhere, He gonna put you where you supposed to be at, and we're gonna decide ourselves right up out of it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna choose ourselves right up out of it.
That's crazy. I'm
But it's
guilty of
true.
I done done it before. I done done it before.
Let me give you my rebuttal to that.
Go
I agree
ahead.
with you. I agree with you somewhat, but not totally. And the reason being is because life will teach you everything you need to know. That's like you can go inside in the atmosphere, and if you get a bad negative vibe, you know that you don't belong there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, y'all.
So
I gotta
so
tap out, man. Y'all peace out, man. I gotta go to work, man. But I'll check y'all out. I might catch the next one,
All
man.
right,
Peace, y'all.
man.
Have a
All
good
right,
one.
but he
Yeah.
appreciate you tapping in.
Already. I enjoyed the
Get
knowledge,
with me
man. That's
though.
a good business.
Get with me.
All right.
I will.
All right.
All right.
so again, you can go in any atmosphere, and you can actually discern if you belong there or not. So it's all about energy. I think you know even though you was with one man or you was with one woman, it might not sought out to be that way. You see what I'm saying? It was a stepping stool. It's an experience for you to know what to do or what not to do in your next situation. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to allow life to give you that intuition, that deep substance that is trying to coach and teach you. You know what I mean? It's like a child when you're raising a child. You tell that child, well, don't touch that stove. It's hot, but yet still, out of curiosity, that child gonna touch that stove until he actually experienced that it's hot. He would never know if it's hot or cold.
And it's a good question on the comment. I think it says, in
Yeah,
y'all
y'all,
opinion, how do you feel about an older man in his 50s dating a female that is 22?
Uh,
anybody answer that?
uh,
Okay, I think it's off balance. I mean, you love who you love, but if he has the mind of a 50-year-old and the female is 22, I think it's going to be off balance. He may be um, mentally manipulating her. I mean, but who am I? I can't judge you. I don't know y'all. Nobody can.
I got a. Anybody else want to answer? I got a question.
Mm, nah, no comment.
Oh, so to his question, I'm gonna pose this to the women because the only y'all gonna know this. At what age do a woman mature?
Oh, our generation, I would say,
We just saying what a woman, no matter what generation it is. At
yeah, I
what
think
age
it's
does a
different.
woman mature?
My answer is the I think the generations are different. At my daughter's age, I had a house and I had my son, my first son.
But that don't
But at
make we
her
saying what
age,
makes you a woman. Come on now, you know what I'm saying. Don't
what
move the
what age do
goalpost.
you? I'm not moving it. I'm answering the question the way you asked it.
Okay,
I'm
what age does a woman mature? It
What
don't
age
matter
does
what
a
you got. What age does a woman become a woman? A
I
young
wouldn't put
girl
an
becomes a
age
woman.
to it.
What's the age number that she mature to say she's a woman? She's a lady.
I can't put an age to that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let Nadia go.
you can't put an age to that because some girls become young ladies or women at younger ages, 9, 12.
Mm-mm,
What?
Uh,
mm-mm,
yeah,
mm-mm.
yes. He just
You
said,
all, you
did
girl,
you
you
listen to
almost
what he
made
was
me choke on
asking?
my tea.
No, did you ask? I mean, from what the emphasis that he
Are
just
you
put
talking
on
about when
there.
they start? Period.
Yes,
Listen. Hold on, y'all. Calm
yes.
down
So
for a minute. Calm
that's
down.
how I
Listen what I'm
understood the
saying.
question.
Listen to the question. What age does a young girl become mature to say that she's a full grown woman and a lady?
See, so from that was my understanding. Was I
Okay.
wrong to understand it that way?
No,
Yes.
but it can't be no 9 years old.
She's thinking
Shit.
about period. Yes,
That's what
that's
No,
I'm thinking
that's
about administration
no.
because
We
of how
thinking
you're
past,
wording it.
but no. That's I'm wording it as all the things combined together.
Okay, you're talking about mentally too.
Yeah, everything. It's that's what make her a woman and a lady. Everything.
Shit,
I didn't know I
I
had to
don't
say
know.
that.
Well, I mean, I was listening to what you were saying, and it sounded like administration. You said a
No,
young
I would have
girl.
said period. I would have said
um, I don't know. Young ladies, I mean, we mature pretty fast, if you ask me.
okay, I'm gonna ask you personally. What age did you think you became mature enough to be in a relationship as an adult?
oh good. Now you worded that good. That was good.
Yeah, he did. He did word that
I
well.
said
Um, I feel like I became mature enough to be in a relationship at like 21.
I would
It's like
say from
21.
I would say for myself 45.
45?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say 45?
Yes, that's what I said. I'm spoiled. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm used to having my way and not having to put semen in my feet. So yeah, I would say in 45, given my life experiences, 45.
So y'all think it's unfair for this 50-year-old man to date the 22-year-old?
Yes.
What if she's mature and she's a lady?
Now she may be. That's why I said nobody can judge them. I don't know them. That's why
Yeah,
I said that. You know. Yeah,
you
but
just think
I
it's
doubt
just
she's
out
had
there.
that much experience at 22 that 50-year-old has had
So
to
let me
actually
okay,
know.
let's flip the question. Let's flip the question. Do you think it's appropriate for a 50-year-old woman to date a 22-year-old man?
No.
Do you think women can date down?
I think everybody can do what they want to do.
No,
That's.
come on now. We
I
saying
mean,
this
no.
straight.
Let me keep talking. Wait. Let me keep talking. Let me finish. Now, as far as me personally, right? Because I'm asking these questions half and half generic. But as far as me personally, I try
Right.
not to
No, we
judge
need
people.
real. Don't do no faking.
Okay. Well, I try not to judge people for what they do. So if we getting real, I would have said it's on them, right? But me personally, I have dated when I was younger. I dated 10 years older, so I understand that there's a balance that's off there, right?
How old were
It,
you?
I dated older when I was 17, 19,
So he was how old?
20, 22, 10 years older.
So when you was 22, you was dating a dude 32.
Let's see. Who was I dating when I was 22? Hold on, let me think.
Yeah,
No,
we talk back.
no, no. When I was 22, the guy I was dating was only 1 year older.
What's the oldest man you ever dated?
Um, being being 19, dating a 29-year-old.
What you learned from that experience? What he teach you?
He taught me that a man will not think about your happiness. He will think about what he wants first and put what he wants first. He didn't want me to he didn't want me to do something. I'm not going to say what, but
No,
he didn't want me to do something major in my life
uh-huh.
because he decided he wanted me to stay with him and be with him, and he tried to keep me from doing that. It
Right
didn't
on.
matter how it advanced me or how positive it may have been in my life, but he thought about him and he thought he was in love with me, and that's all that mattered at the end of it.
All right. Jay
Yo, y'all
Money
can
just
hear me?
joined the live. What's up, Jay
Y'all can
Money?
hear? Oh shit, nothing on
Hi.
the road. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey,
All right.
neighborhood real. You need to have, like I said on in the comments, man. You need to have these more often, man. There's too much bullshit to be floating around Facebook. I mean, social media and YouTube. We need to have these grown conversations like this, man. This is what's
Yeah.
needed for real, for real.
Yeah, I'm just starting this. So I told him, like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do it maybe on like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I just crunk it up, just see how I
Yeah,
run. To want to tap in. It's
yeah,
open
nah,
for
for sure.
everybody to have because nobody right or wrong. We don't really know what's right or wrong. We don't really know the truth to the lie. So
Right,
everybody's
right,
opinion can help other people. Their experiences can help other people navigate the best route for them. So no, it's no right or wrong in this. We just
right.
chopping it up.
Fact, fact.
I appreciate everybody's opinion and input. I can learn from all of that. That's all we here to do, sharpen each other up.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
need some more.
neighborhood real. From personal experience, man, to answer that question that was in the comment,
Yeah.
I personally don't see nothing wrong with it. A lot of people will probably examine it from another perspective. But personal experience, you understand? I'm just into older women. Um, so I've dated women that's 20 years older than I am.
Oh, when you were
So
younger?
yeah, I always been into older women. I always been into older mature women. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like one of my pet peeves. Uh,
So can I ask a
and,
question?
yes, ma'am.
Do you think that affected you when you were younger?
When I was younger,
Yes, whether it's positive or negative, do you think it molded you in some type of way or affected you in some type of way?
the experience itself uh taught me a lot about the nature of a woman, what her capabilities are, how far she'll go. It taught. I mean, my personal experience with those type of situations had taught me tremendously. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from each situation. So I was kind of a little bit more advanced with understanding a woman by doing it, by taking that course. So I can have a legitimate conversation like we're having now, and give you an honest answer or honest opinion um, about those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally experienced it.
Okay.
They say the men that actually like try to go for older women 9 times out of 10 be trying to find a mother in that woman. I don't know how true that is,
Uh,
but I was
nah,
told
I
that.
don't, I don't, I don't believe that, bro.
Yeah,
If
you get what
I
I'm
mean,
saying though, right?
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
parables that go. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. But in my opinion, bro. I mean, who wants to lay down with his mother, bro? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's a sick
right,
mind
right,
state. I mean, I don't even know
right,
who conjured that ideal up. You know what I'm saying?
right. The
But
motherly love, you know what I'm saying? Like the the matureness of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for
right,
example, I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of men that deal with, you know what I'm saying, mama issues. You know what I'm saying? They tend to date, uh, rather they older women or not. But since we're talking about the older women, they go for the older women because they see that the traits that the mamas used to go, have, and they kind of it makes them kind of feel a little bit more comfortable, if I'm saying that correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. That's not necessarily true, bro. And this is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own
I like
opinion.
older women. I'm with you. I like older
Yeah,
women.
yeah.
I'm
But
the same way.
I don't think the mother situation is even inside the equation. I believe
Right.
that I got partners. You know what I'm saying? That's going through it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, man. I don't want to take my cipher or compromise my peace going through. You know what I'm saying? Trying to raise another woman that's supposed to already know what her role is inside of a man's life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Right.
why I
Right.
never sought out for younger women.
Younger
I never
women.
saw
Right.
that. Yeah, I never sought out for younger women. I feel like it's not my responsibility to raise another man's child. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of younger women are immature in the mind. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
why we fuss and fight. We don't get it together. We can't establish nothing. Yeah, you start experiencing anxiety. You get frustrated with the situation. You understand me? And sometimes that causes conflict.
Hey, let me ask
You
you
know what I'm
this real
saying?
quick. Anybody in the panel married? You know what I'm saying? And like
31
anybody married?
years.
31
31
years.
years.
That's what's up. That's
So
what's
that's
up.
why. What's up, neighborhood?
What's
What's
happening, Gould, man?
up?
Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. I was checking it out while I was rolling. I went to tap in. Yeah, I've been in, and it's a couple things that have to go with what he's talking about in this conversation. One, me and my wife are 10 years difference. You know what I'm saying? Two, we've been married 31 years, 5 kids, 4 girls, 1 boy. The shit ain't no.
Congratulations.
Salute to that, man. Cause shit, there ain't too
Congratulations.
many. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, the one of the main things for a black man got to understand is, and it goes for a black woman as well, because it being in this shit, you got to, it's two sides to it. You got two different individuals coming from two different lanes, two different maybe street sense or living ability, all that. When they come together, that shit is hard. However, most motherfuckers that you grow up not having that, you may want that. And both of us wanted that was a family. You see what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, I'll go sleep on the couch for a week, but I ain't leaving the house. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm gonna be back in that motherfucker. I might be a week and a half. I'll be back in that motherfucker bed, but I ain't gonna leave the house. Most motherfuckers give the fuck up and go. Now I can't say I've been a good motherfucker either throughout these 31. You know what I'm saying? Um, because I was a street nigga, it took me to slow down as a street nigga for there ever be any type of going forward after so many years, after 5, after 10. You're still out there. You know what I'm saying? 12. Nigga, you still out there? Nigga, when you slowing down, so the nigga got to get in his head. Nigga, it's time for me to slow down. Hold on, these niggas that's out here fucking everything and moving everything. These niggas ain't got a goddamn thing though.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So why I'm following behind this nigga that's you doing this, you doing that? Yeah, okay, that's your business. I mean, you still my nigga. And we keep it going. Don't bring me in it. Don't bring it to my house. Don't conversate around. So it's put out there. So I'm put as you know. It's like me and neighborhood. We cool. We've been cool for 4 years. If neighborhood came to my motherfucking house though and got to talk about man, I was fucking these beds and whoop whoop, and my wife sitting right on the side of the wall. Hold on, nigga, why is you talking like that? Because association. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna be
Shit, your wife ain't
associated
gonna
with you.
want you to be around him no more, thinking he's gonna,
You
some way,
goddamn
somehow
snitch.
put. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Even though,
yeah.
So,
even though a nigga has a, even though I have my own mind, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to anyway. But
hmm
But just her knowing that
yes,
it's already gonna fuck everything
exactly.
up.
So
right.
Yep.
And he's respecting the fact that he knows that. You know,
oh
can I
yeah,
ask y'all a question though? What age do men start maturing for a relationship, for a real relationship to
Shit.
settle down?
30, 30,
Yeah,
30ish,
yep. Yep. I was
30ish.
just about to say that because I've been with my wife 14 years. I'm 37 now, and it took about 29 to 30 to get my shit up, like together, like taking care of the house,
Hmm.
putting it through nursing school, like everything. Like, man, you do what we couldn't come together back then. I was on that my shit, your shit type shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so,
always
Yeah.
thought it was like 32 for men. You know.
Well,
mm,
you
it
know,
depends on the man. It depends
you
on the
got to,
Yeah.
man
you got to
and the
think about a
background.
man. You got to think a man what a nigga that went through, right? Say for
Right.
instance, a motherfucker did okay. He was out as a juvenile, did most of his 20s, close to his 30s in the penitentiary or something that, right?
Hmm.
He may mature after that. Say a motherfucker that just
Right.
come out at 20 and stay on them motherfucking streets till 30, he ain't mature worth a fuck.
Right. Right. It always depends
You
on
see
the
what I'm saying?
person.
There's
Right.
there's things that may change you to say, nigga, it's time to sit down. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Now it's time for me to slow. For me, it was
But
kid. For me, I want to be with my kid. Period. Point blank. So I
yep.
was gonna make every motherfucking thing I could be bad, do it. We got to because I'm not going nowhere. Period. Point blank. That was in my head. Now I'm not
But
going.
Right.
Why I'm gonna take? Listen. See, this is how I tell mother. I had a nigga that was married to his motherfucker. He was my nigga, but he used to do some dumb shit. And I used to tell him he should do some dumb shit. He was married about 15 years with his wife, right? But
Hmm.
damn, that's why I need to stop smoking weed. Just
Right.
that goddamn quick.
Right. All of that. So
My
so
shit
here's
just my
so
shit
so
just
here's
my
yeah.
shit just hurt.
Yeah.
I
So
can't let a motherfucker
wait, look.
listen, I
So
told the other
here's the
woman,
thing too, y'all. Here's the thing too is that yeah, at 30 you could be in I'm not saying nothing about y'all. I'm saying something about something that was said earlier. So you
right.
could be married and in a relationship at 30 for a man or a woman, right?
Yeah.
And you could be doing your role, right? But that does not and be married for 10, 12, 13, 14 years, that does not mean you understand the concept of the
of it.
maturity of their, like you said, you still moving around
Yeah.
different. You haven't understand communication. You haven't, so that doesn't mean that you're mature enough for a real
A real
relationship.
relationship. Right.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
also means that
oh,
you just because you've been in them type of situation for that long period of time that you actually know the
I don't know if y'all
individual.
can hear me, but
Yeah, we get you.
We
okay.
heard you.
Hold on. The weed came back. I got it now. Listen, check this out. So I used to fuck with him, and the reason I had brought up a motherfucker coming over the house
hello.
and saying shit, he used to do that all the time, right? Because he was out there. He's about, he probably 10 years younger than me. I say this is about 10 years ago. So he's probably 40, I'm 50, right? So I'm telling you, man, sit down. You got your wife. Why the fuck is you
What
fucking?
happened?
Why is you doing this, right? He break up with his motherfucking wife within a month. This nigga got another broad in the house, right? And I say, nigga, listen here. I've been married 30 years. There's no motherfucking way after 30 motherfucking years there's gonna be a bitch in my realm in a fucking month. In my realm in a fucking month. I'm talking about as far as a relationship and moving in with a motherfucker. This nigga did that. The second time did my phone go off? The second time I seen him, they was already arguing. Make that shit. You might as well stay with the relationship. If y'all get what I'm saying. Hold on. What
Yeah, I
happened?
heard you. I heard you.
Yeah, I
No,
hear what
no,
you're saying.
it froze or something.
Oh,
So I didn't. That's why I was like, did y'all hear me? Because I froze.
yeah. We heard you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's my thinking. Why jumping? Why would you jump? You don't even give your time to think about some shit for a person to jump into it. And so that nigga at 40-something wasn't mature. That's what I was getting at. The bottom line. See what I'm saying? So sometimes you can start early, you still ain't fucking mature.
Yeah.
Amen. So
hey, let me tell y'all this. Yeah, I gotta shut it down because I gotta get on up out of here.
Okay,
paperwork. But yeah, we're gonna resume this conversation, man. We're gonna try to get some more ladies in and some guys in. We're gonna talk about these relationships, these things that we need to be doing, man. Get ourselves together for 26, man. And saying each one teach one. And it's been a pleasure for all the guests that tuned in and tapped in, and everybody gave their input. And it was an honor for everybody just to put it out there. And next time, man, we're gonna do it again on a different topic. Something more deeper. Look, I'm gonna say this for everybody. If you come back, don't hold back. Don't drop the knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna get out there. We're gonna get to the real topics, like the real stuff that really be happening, man. Because we gotta talk about it.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I enjoyed the conversation as well.
For
Y'all enjoy
sure.
the rest of y'all night.
All right, you too, man. And everybody, man, that's
Salute.
tuned in, man. Salute to everybody. Y'all hit that like button, man. Tap in. So, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe so y'all know when I'm gonna do something else. I'll probably do something in a couple of days. What's the day? What's the day? Monday? I'm lost.
Friday.
Oh, day Friday. I'm see how lost I am. So look, okay, I'll do something Sunday. We'll do something. Maybe we'll come
Okay, bet. We can do
back
something.
Sunday and I'll set something up for us on Sunday, man.
All
That'll
right.
work. All right, man. Salute to everybody, man. What's up, Brett? All right, Johnny James, man, and all my people that tapped in, you know what I'm saying? Boss Klaus, you know what I'm saying? J Money for tapping in too, man. You know what I'm saying? Universal Science, The Goob Show, and Johnny James, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, Big Drake Too Much Thing, Anonymous. And who else tapped up in this thing, man? I seen somebody else up in there before I get up out of here. Scrooge for tapping in, man. I appreciate the homie tapping in like that. And the Sands, man. I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah. So salute to everybody, man. Y'all have a good day, man. A good night, and enjoy your weekend.
All right, bro. I'll holler at y'all.